Hi, and welcome to Bowling's theory of soap. Now, if x equals 3, and x equals 2, and x equals Jew, then that blanket is a chair. And if that chair is a blanket, then what is David Hasselhoff? If David Hasselhoff is gay, then what really is gay? Is gay a thought of feeling? Dick sucking? Or cat petting? If David Hasselhoff is David Hassel dead, then why is my mom dead? And why do I cry a lot about it? If this cat has been exorcised by my mom, my dead mom, mom equals dead, then is this cat my mom? I don't know. You tell me, Willem Dafoe. Neil deGrasse Tyson. If you're actually real, then why is the sun still a circle? And why is the moon a square? If the moon is a square and we cut off the ends of a square, that makes a triangle. And if a triangle is pointy, then a point is a boner. And if a boner looks like a popsicle and a kid eats a popsicle, does that mean that that kid got molested? I think yes. Thank you. Now for our next theory, we have Bowling's theory of vajankle. If Paul McCartney had no shoes on, then he must be dead. And if someone has no shoes, then they must not need feet. So they're probably crippled. And if they're crippled, then they can't run away from dogs. So the best way to kill crippled people is to have them get attacked by dogs. But if you like crippled people, then why don't you cripple some dogs? So if Paul McCartney is a crippled dog, then he must be dead. And if Yoko Ono sucks, then John Lennon must be alive. So people think that John is dead and Paul Paul is alive, but it turns out that Paul is dead and John is alive. And Yoko Ono is a bitch. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to the third part in this 75-part series. Part 3, Bowling's Theory of Hano Feet. If Japanese people have tiny feet, then their hands must be tiny too. But if Japanese people are tiny, then how are they gonna fight Godzilla? I mean, he'd just destroy all of Tokyo. He'd be like a atomic bomb, but to Tokyo. So if Godzilla has big hands and big-ass Godzilla feet, then how do Japanese people, with their tiny Japanese hands, fight Godzilla? They don't! They die! So, if my mom is not Japanese, then what is she? Is she American? But what really is American? You can be a fish and be American. You can be a walrus and be American. You can be a Jew, be American. But you can't be a Japanese person and be American. It's just not scientifically thing. So, if guitars are American, can they be Japanese? Now, if a guitar is American but not Japanese, that means it's American. But if it's not American and it's not Japanese, that means it's a harmonica. And if Bob Dylan plays the harmonica, then Bob Dylan must be Japanese. And if Bob Dylan is Japanese, then what is his wife's name? Is it something Japanese, or is it something not Japanese? And if Bob Dylan gave the Beatles weed, then who gave him the weed? It sure wasn't the Beatles. They were still 12 years old. How do you get weed when you're 12 years old? That's crazy. With a capital D. Thank you.